Have you noticed how knee or hip pain can turn the simplest gestures into real challenges? Climbing stairs, walking to the bakery, playing with your grandchildren, or even getting up from your chair can become a daily struggle. Joint pain is silent, but it steals something precious, the freedom to live life to the fullest. For many, it seems like an inevitable burden of aging. But does it really have to be that way? Science shows that it doesn't. The human body is extraordinary and has a unique ability to repair itself when it receives the right nutrients. After age 60, when natural collagen production begins to plummet, cartilage, which acts as a shock absorber for the joints, loses elasticity, becoming thinner and more vulnerable. It's as if the body's gears begin to creak from lack of oil. The result? Stiffness, inflammation, and constant pain. But here's the good news: nature hides powerful secrets in something that is within our reach every day: vegetables. We're not talking about miracle solutions or empty promises, but real, scientifically proven nutrients that can reawaken collagen production and restore vitality to the joints. Imagine walking again without fear of pain, feeling firmness in your legs, and even regaining confidence in your movements. It's not just about aging with less pain, but about gaining more freedom. Because every pain-free step is an invitation to enjoy life more: traveling, dancing, hugging. And it all starts with simple choices in your diet. Today, you'll discover the 8 collagen-rich vegetables that strengthen your joints and make your legs stronger even after 60. These are foods that may be at your local market or in your refrigerator right now, but you may not be using them correctly. And before revealing this green secret to longevity, I want to ask you something important. If you believe that more people need to know about this natural way to live without pain, leave your like right now. This way, you help spread the message and support the arrival of this knowledge to those who need it most. Get ready, because what comes next may transform the way you see your diet and your health. When it comes to collagen, most people immediately think of capsules, powders, or industrialized products. That's the image the industry sells, the promise of regaining youth just by swallowing a pill. But the reality is that the human body doesn't work that way. Collagen ingested in its ready-made form is often broken down into such small pieces during digestion that it cannot directly rebuild the joints. What really makes a difference is providing the body with the ingredients it needs to produce collagen naturally. And that's where vegetables come in. They don't contain collagen itself, but they carry an arsenal of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that act as true building tools. It's like delivering bricks, cement, and wood so that the body can rebuild the cartilage structure. Vitamin C, for example, found in abundance in fresh vegetables, is essential for transforming amino acids into collagen fibers. Without it, this process simply does not happen. The same is true for minerals such as zinc and magnesium, which activate enzymes involved in this synthesis. It's the perfect symphony. Each nutrient has a role, and together they create harmony for joint health. And there's a fascinating detail: vegetables don't just offer isolated nutrients, but compounds that work as a team, enhancing each other's effects. That's why a rich and varied diet in colors, greens, oranges, reds, and yellows is much more powerful than any isolated supplement. Imagine your body as a garden. Without seeds, water, and light, nothing blooms. But when you provide the right nutrients, it blossoms with vitality, even after age 60. And we're not talking about radical or unattainable changes. We're talking about simple foods, available at any market, but which hide a transformative power when used consistently. By now, it's clear, collagen isn't just about aesthetics or youthful skin. It's the invisible pillar that supports muscles, bones, and joints. With every bite, you may be giving your body the raw material it needs to rebuild that foundation and regain freedom of movement. But there is a question that many ask: if the body can produce collagen with the help of vegetables, why does this production drop so much after the age of 60? The answer lies in biological processes that almost no one explains in simple terms, and that is exactly what you are going to understand now. Have you noticed how the body talks to us as the years go by? After the age of 60, it sends increasingly clear signals: stiffness when waking up, cracking knees, difficulty getting up from a chair. This does not happen suddenly, but is the result of silent changes that begin much earlier. Collagen, which is the most abundant protein in the body, acts as a glue that holds everything together: joints, bones, muscles, skin, and even blood vessels. From the age of 30, its natural production begins to slowly decline. But after 60, this decline accelerates, leaving cartilage thinner, muscles more fragile, and bones more exposed to friction. It's as if the upholstery of an old armchair began to tear, revealing the hard structure underneath. In addition, there are 2 silent enemies that accelerate this process: chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. Inflammation is like a low fire that never goes out, slowly corroding the joints. Oxidative stress, on the other hand, is caused by an excess of free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells and tissues, like rust-corroding iron. These two factors together form a vicious cycle. The more inflammation, the more wear and tear. The more wear and tear, the more inflammation. What's more, common lifestyle habits, such as excess sugar, a sedentary lifestyle, and poor sleep quality, act as fuel for this internal fire. The result is that, over the years, movements that were once natural become painful. But the good news is that this is not a final sentence. Science shows that food choices can directly affect these mechanisms, extinguishing the fire of inflammation and providing the body with the tools to repair the damage. Imagine being able to break this cycle and restore strength to your joints with something as simple as adjusting what goes on your plate. It sounds bold, but it's real. With every meal, you can either accelerate collagen loss or stimulate its reconstruction. And this is where the vegetables I'm about to reveal come in. Not only do they provide nutrients to produce collagen, but they also fight inflammation and reduce oxidative stress. That's why people who eat these foods regularly experience more flexibility, less pain, and more confidence in their movements. Now that you understand why joints weaken with age, you're ready to learn about the first vegetable on this list. It may be in your backyard, at your local market, or even in your kitchen right now, and you may never have imagined the power it holds. Among all the vegetables that can protect your joints, kale stands out. Simple, affordable, and present on the tables of many families, it hides a silent strength that science has only begun to truly appreciate in recent years. Kale is one of the greatest sources of vitamin C, and this nutrient is essential for the body to transform amino acids into collagen fibers.
Without vitamin C, the body's internal factory simply does not function. To give you an idea, just one serving of kale can provide almost everything you need to keep collagen synthesis active throughout the day. But kale goes further. It is loaded with antioxidants, such as flavonoids, which act as protectors against oxidative stress. This means that while it stimulates collagen production, it also protects existing fibers from degradation. It's as if it takes care of construction and, at the same time, maintains the structure. Another essential point, kale is rich in vitamin K, which contributes to bone health and prevents the loss of density that is so concerning after the age of 60. When muscles, bones, and joints work together, the body gains stability, firmness, and confidence to move. Therefore, including kale regularly in your diet is almost like investing in an insurance policy against falls and physical limitations. Best of all, it is incredibly versatile. It can be in your green juice in the morning, sautéed for lunch, or added to comforting soups and broths in the evening. Small amounts make a difference, and regularity is key. The body does not need occasional miracles, but daily and consistent care. Now imagine adding the power of kale to other vegetables that act at different points in collagen construction. It's like putting together a team of guardians, each with their own specific function, but all united in the same purpose, to restore the strength and vitality that time has tried to take away from your legs. And among these guardians, there is one that has always been a symbol of strength and endurance, remembered even in cartoons and stories. It may seem ordinary, but its nutrients play a vital role in circulation and muscle strengthening. When it comes to strength, endurance, and vitality, few vegetables carry as much symbolism as spinach. Remember the classic image of a character who instantly gained muscles by eating it? Although that was cartoon exaggeration, there is some truth to it. Spinach is one of the greatest allies for maintaining strong legs and healthy joints after age 60. This vegetable is rich in magnesium, a mineral that is essential for more than 300 processes in the body. These include muscle contraction, energy production, and the activation of enzymes that participate in collagen production. Without enough magnesium, muscles become weak, joints become more vulnerable, and even sleep can be impaired. In addition, spinach provides good doses of iron and folic acid, which help in the formation of red blood cells and improve tissue oxygenation. This means that by consuming spinach frequently, the blood carries more nutrients to muscles and joints, speeding up recovery and keeping the body moving. It's like ensuring quality fuel for an engine that has already traveled many miles, but still has a long way to go. Another highlight of spinach is its carotenoids, antioxidants that fight chronic inflammation. Studies show that people who regularly include dark green leaves in their diet report less morning stiffness and greater ease in getting up and walking. In other words, spinach acts in a discreet but powerful way, making the body more agile and prepared for everyday challenges. And it is extremely versatile. Raw in salads, quickly sautéed, or even added to omelets and smoothies. A daily serving makes a difference, especially when combined with other vegetables rich in vitamin C, which enhance iron absorption. This simple but smart combination strengthens the foundation that supports every step. Now, if spinach is the guardian of strength, there is another vegetable that acts as a true beacon of protection. Its vibrant color already reveals its richness in nutrients. It brings with it a natural shield against the inflammation that so badly damages the joints. When we think of carrots, the first association is usually with vision. After all, beta-carotene, the pigment responsible for the orange color, is converted into vitamin A in the body and protects the eyes from aging. But science shows that this vegetable goes much further. It is also a discreet but powerful ally of the joints. The beta-carotene in carrots acts as an antioxidant, neutralizing free radicals that attack cartilage and accelerate wear and tear. By reducing this oxidative stress, carrots protect the integrity of collagen and reduce inflammatory processes that are at the root of chronic pain. It's like putting an invisible protective layer around the joints. In addition, carrots provide vitamin C and small amounts of minerals such as potassium, which contribute to the balance of body fluids. This detail is essential because it helps keep joints lubricated, reducing friction between bones. A body with well-nourished joints is like a well-oiled machine. Movement flows effortlessly. And there is yet another benefit that few people associate with carrots. The vitamin A in carrots helps regulate the immune system, helping to prevent unnecessary inflammation that damages muscles and cartilage. In short, it is a complete vegetable that works silently in various aspects of the aging process. The best thing is that carrots are practical. They can be eaten raw in crunchy salads, cooked in rice, roasted in the oven, or even blended into refreshing juices. The more varied the way you eat them, the easier it is to maintain regularity. And as we have already seen, consistency is what generates lasting results. Now imagine combining the power of kale, the resistance of spinach, and the protection of carrots. We already have a powerful trio. But the list doesn't stop there. There is a vegetable that, in addition to being nutritious, contains a compound so special that it acts as a natural shield against inflammation. A food so common on our plates, but which can be decisive in reducing joint pain and stiffness. Few vegetables have the power to color a dish as much as tomatoes. But their beauty goes far beyond their appearance. They are a real weapon against the inflammation that corrodes joints over the years. The secret lies in a compound called lycopene, responsible for the intense red color and benefits that science has repeatedly confirmed. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant that fights oxidative stress and reduces chronic inflammation. Studies show that people who regularly consume tomatoes and tomato products have lower levels of inflammatory markers in their blood. In practice, this means less stiffness, less pain, and more freedom of movement. And there is an interesting detail. Lycopene is better absorbed when tomatoes are cooked or consumed with a little healthy fat, such as olive oil. In other words, a simple homemade sauce can become a natural remedy for the joints. Isn't it curious to think that a plate of pasta with fresh sauce can be as beneficial as an expensive supplement? In addition to lycopene, tomatoes are also rich in vitamin C, which, as we have seen, is essential for collagen production. It's the perfect combination, protecting against degradation while stimulating reconstruction. It's like a bricklayer and a security guard working side by side to restore and preserve your joints. Another advantage is how easy it is to include tomatoes in your daily diet. They can be added to salads, soups, juices, sauces, and even sandwiches.
Their versatility ensures that they are almost always present on your plate, and that is exactly what we need when seeking consistent results. So far, we have gathered 4 powerful allies: kale, spinach, carrots, and tomatoes. A true quartet of defense and reconstruction. But the journey still holds surprises. The next vegetable, for example, is one of the richest in vitamin C in all of nature, and its power to stimulate collagen production is impressive. Before revealing this guardian, I want to know from you, which of these vegetables are already part of your daily life? Tell us in the comments. This exchange of experiences inspires others to take care of their health more consciously. Among the colorful vegetables we find at the market, bell peppers are one of the most underrated. Many see them only as a seasoning ingredient, but they are actually a true nutritional treasure. Few people know this, but bell peppers, especially red ones, are one of the richest sources of vitamin C in all of nature. In some cases, they have up to 3 times more than oranges. This characteristic makes them a powerful ally in collagen production. With so much vitamin C available, the body finds the perfect raw material to strengthen cartilage, protect tendons, and keep joints lubricated. It's like delivering an abundant supply of tools for the body's internal repairers to work non-stop. But it doesn't stop there. Bell peppers are also loaded with carotenoids and antioxidants that combat oxidative stress. These compounds help protect cells from premature degradation, reducing the natural wear and tear that tends to accelerate after age 60. The result is less inflammation, more flexibility, and easier movement. Another fascinating detail, the different colors of bell peppers, green, yellow, and red, offer varied combinations of nutrients, each with its own specific role. By varying the colors on your plate, you multiply the benefits, creating an even broader defense for muscles and joints. And in the kitchen, bell peppers are extremely versatile. They can be grilled, roasted, included in stir-fries, or even eaten raw in fresh salads. Their distinctive flavor adapts well to various recipes and, as a bonus, provides a daily boost of vitamin C with virtually no effort. Now, if so far we have seen vegetables that stimulate collagen production and reduce inflammation, we still need to talk about a champion that acts on two fronts at the same time. It strengthens bones and, as a bonus, protects cartilage. This green guardian may be the missing piece to complete the puzzle of healthy mobility. If there is one vegetable that deserves the title of complete protector, it is broccoli. Small in size but giant in benefits, it acts simultaneously on cartilage and bones, two fundamental pillars for mobility after age 60. Broccoli is rich in vitamin K, an essential nutrient for bone health. Vitamin K helps fix calcium in the bones, preventing them from becoming fragile and susceptible to fractures. At the same time, the calcium present in broccoli itself contributes to this structure, creating a solid foundation that supports muscles and joints. It's like reinforcing the foundation of a house before cracks appear. But the benefits don't stop there. Broccoli also contains sulforaphane, a natural compound that has been widely studied for its anti-inflammatory potential. This compound helps reduce cartilage degradation, acting as a protective shield against progressive joint wear. In other words, while strengthening bones, broccoli also preserves the shock absorber that prevents friction between them. And there is another important point. Broccoli is a source of fiber and antioxidants that aid digestion, control cholesterol, and regulate blood sugar. All of this contributes to reducing silent inflammation that affects not only the heart but also the joints. After all, the body functions as an integrated system, and taking care of one part is always taking care of the whole. In everyday life, including broccoli in your diet may be easier than it seems. It can be steamed, added to soups, sautéed in olive oil, or even eaten raw in salads. Small, frequent portions already provide significant protection for those who seek not only to live longer, but to live with quality. So far, we have gathered a veritable vegetable fortress: kale, spinach, carrots, tomatoes, peppers, and broccoli. Each contributes its strength, and together they form an army against pain and limitation. But nature still has special allies that act as natural anti-inflammatories, capable of relieving joints without the side effects of medication. And among them, two stand out: onions and garlic. Discreet in appearance but powerful in action, they hide compounds that can change the way your body deals with pain. If there is an inseparable duo in the kitchen, it is onions and garlic. Present in recipes from around the world, they add flavor to dishes, but also offer much more than aroma and seasoning. They are true natural medicines hidden in food. Onions and garlic are rich in sulfur compounds, substances that act as powerful anti-inflammatories. They help reduce silent inflammatory processes that, over time, destroy cartilage and increase joint pain. By consuming them frequently, you are, in effect, eliminating sources of inflammation before they cause further damage. Garlic, in particular, contains allicin, a molecule studied for its effect on strengthening the immune system and protecting against infections. Onions are rich in quercetin, an antioxidant that fights free radicals and helps preserve collagen integrity. Together, these two vegetables act as a natural barrier against the progression of arthritis and osteoarthritis. And there is another interesting detail: in addition to protecting the joints, garlic and onions also benefit the heart and blood circulation, helping to reduce blood pressure and improve blood flow. This means that nutrients reach the joints and muscles more easily, speeding up recovery and increasing the feeling of vitality. Including onions and garlic in your daily diet is simple, as they are the basis for almost all dishes. A practical tip is to use them fresh whenever possible, lightly sautéing them in olive oil to enhance their effects. This combination, in addition to being tasty, turns every meal into an extra healthcare. Now, imagine combining the power of all the vegetables already mentioned: kale, spinach, carrots, tomatoes, peppers, broccoli, onions, and garlic. We have a natural arsenal to fight inflammation, strengthen bones, and stimulate collagen production. But there is still one last guardian missing: capable of brilliantly completing this list. Before revealing this final vegetable, think of someone you know who suffers from joint pain. A friend, a family member, maybe even someone who has lost hope of getting better. Share this video with that person. This simple gesture could be the first step toward a life with less pain and more freedom. And now, let's meet the 8th vegetable, the one that brings energy, nutrients, and a promise of relief for those who want to move with confidence again: pumpkin. Among the foods that bring color, flavor, and nutrition, pumpkin is one of the most special. Present in traditional recipes, its orange pulp contains a set of nutrients that act directly on collagen production and joint recovery. It is as if nature had brought together, in a single vegetable, everything the body needs to remain strong and resilient. Pumpkin is an excellent source of zinc, a mineral essential for the synthesis of structural proteins such as collagen. Without zinc, the body simply cannot complete this reconstruction process. In addition, it provides magnesium, which aids in muscle contraction and relaxation, and vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that fights free radicals and protects tissues. Another fascinating detail is the presence of beta-carotene, the same protective pigment found in carrots, which helps reduce inflammation and strengthens the immune system. This combination makes pumpkin a complete food. It protects, rebuilds, and energizes. Those who include this vegetable in their routine notice not only improved mobility, but also more energy to walk, do light exercise, and perform daily activities without fear of pain. And we can't forget about its seeds. Pumpkin seeds are true nutritional gems, rich in good fats and even more zinc, enhancing the effect of the vegetable itself. Eaten roasted, in salads, or even as a snack, they offer extra reinforcement for muscles, bones, and cartilage. In the kitchen, pumpkin is extremely versatile. It can be served in creamy purees, comforting soups, roasted in the oven, or even in healthy desserts. In addition to its mild flavor, regular consumption is an invitation to active aging, in which each step is taken with firmness and confidence. Now that you know the 8 vegetables: kale, spinach, carrots, tomatoes, peppers, broccoli, onions, garlic, and pumpkin, it's time to learn how to combine them in smart combinations. Because it's not just about adding isolated foods to the plate, but about creating a feast of longevity, where each one enhances the action of the other. Get ready, because this is the key to transforming your diet into a true natural treatment for pain and loss of mobility. Now you know the 8 guardians of mobility: kale, spinach, carrots, tomatoes, peppers, broccoli, onions, garlic, and pumpkin. Separately, each one fulfills its function. But together, they form a true feast of longevity, capable of transforming not only the health of your joints, but also the vitality of your entire body. This is the big lesson: it's not about restrictive diets or magic formulas. It's about giving your body what it needs, simply and naturally. When these vegetables become part of your routine, they create an internal environment of protection, reconstruction, and balance. The fire of inflammation subsides, collagen production is reactivated, and confidence in movement flourishes again. Imagine starting the day with a green kale juice, enhancing your lunch with sautéed spinach and carrots, enjoying a homemade tomato sauce seasoned with onion, garlic, and bell pepper, and ending the night with a creamy pumpkin soup. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle that fits into your daily routine, bringing flavor and health in equal measure. And it's not just about joints. By taking care of your cartilage, you also protect your bones, muscles, and even your heart. Every bite becomes a choice for freedom: freedom to walk without pain, to climb stairs without fear, to play with your grandchildren without limitations. That is the true victory of healthy aging, not just living longer, but living better. Perhaps you've already tried medications, expensive supplements, or treatments that promised miracles and were disappointed. Here, there are no illusory promises, but rather science translated into accessible choices. Nature has always provided the tools, you just need to learn how to use them. And if this knowledge has made sense to you, if you believe it could be the first step toward regaining your vitality, I have an invitation for you: subscribe to the channel. Here, you will continue to discover simple, practical, and scientifically proven ways to protect your health, strengthen your body, and live with more energy. Each new video is an opportunity to learn something that can change your life or the life of someone you love. And together, we will build a community that does not accept aging with pain, but chooses to age with freedom. Because age may mark the calendar, but it does not have to limit your steps. The decision to live with strength and vitality begins on your plate, and the choice is yours.